friends, today I want to show you how I practice improvisation. This is minor swing, it's an easy tune. I always play the chords first just to have a feeling for the tune and the form. Then I improvise a little bit, that's what I'm going to do now. And then I want to show you how you can use the diminished arpeggio on this tune, on the dominant 7th chord. I also want to show you how you can play a diminished chord. So everything diminished, heavily influenced by Chopin, and let's get right into it. When I'm improvising, especially with this tune, what works really well are minor triads. So on the A minor, I really like to play the A minor arpeggio, and on the D minor, the D minor triad, just the arpeggio, it really sounds good. And if you check out Django a little bit, you can see he is playing a lot of those triads that sound really good. He's mixing in the occasional 6, so maybe like, having an A minor triad and ending on the 13. And also on the D minor. And the interesting thing on the E7, you can play a diminished arpeggio starting on the 3. Right, I think many of you know the Django way of playing a diminished arpeggio. That's basically playing minor thirds, a minor third, always having 2 notes per string, and then you can, for example, resolve it into the A minor here. Right, so. And dear friends, in the description box below you can find a free Chopin's PDF where I'm just checking out his chord stuff from all his books, not from all his books, but some stuff from his books. And just trying to understand it and apply it, because there's a lot of wisdom in it, and often we learn to play the stuff like it is written on the page, and then great, we can play it, but how can we use it? And this PDF is a first step into using material that he's playing and just getting into the headspace of playing jazz chords, harmonizing melodies, comping, and also improvising, because in my mind that's all connected. And we're having the A minor, that's the tonic, and the D minor, that's the 4 chord, 4 minor. And then the E7 is just a 5 going to the A minor chord. And I would always have been thinking, coming from a more music theory background, altered would be sounding good. But I think sometimes altered is not a good choice, always depending on the context. But a diminished arpeggio on a dominant 7th chord is a great choice. So I'm going to try to use this arpeggio in my improvisations. Since it's super symmetrical, that means it always looks the same. I always check out where I'm going to start it. I can start it here or there. So that I sort of have an orientation where it's useful. And I'm going to play a little slower. I'm playing on my own. I really like to do that. It's a super good exercise. I'm just going to slow down a little bit. 2, 3. Right, so like here I just found that the A is in the D minor, but also in the D minor. So that's nice to sort of look for notes that connect to chords and then just change the phrase accordingly. Right, really A minor triad, D minor triad. And now I know already the G sharps really close for my diminished triad. And then I'm going to the 6 on the A minor. I stole that from Django. Right? And so like while I'm improvising, I'm finding stuff and I'm experimenting and following sort of my instinct at the same time, but also thinking about stuff. So and here, for example, if I feel a little bit not sure where I am or what I'm hearing, I allow myself to play stuff that helps me to find where I am. So I'm playing like an A minor triad on the A minor chord, not only because it sounds good, but also because it helps me hear where I am. And after a while, I want to add maybe some chords so I can check out the E7 diminished chord, right? So, and then again, I check out where it is, and then I find the A minor 6 chord, which is an inversion of the F sharp half diminished. So basically, improvising is a mix of practicing stuff, preparing stuff, so that you have it to your disposal when you play. So let's try to do some chords in between. Like this, I'm just now spending time playing the tune all the time. I'm just mentioning this because I see so many people using jam tracks, and if you're stuck, maybe try to play on your own. You can play in a way that you help yourself hear what you're doing. Play a root, right? And you don't have to play a lot, but just like play in a way that you know where you are in the form, and you can also like play chords in between. And like this, you're making music while you're practicing, but you're also getting a feeling for which areas of your playing you can work on. And that's what I really like to do. So I hope this is helpful, and I'll see you next week. Bye.